Silly. We are the gift. One free ride with me or my brother.
Or perhaps you have greater ambitions yet. Trust me, you don't want to miss my signature Mesobaranzan love trick.
In that case, we will require 2 of you. And indeed, I suggest it. Because I have never seen a creature as fair as this pale bow beside you.
What a world. I never dreamed I'd be on the paying end in a brothel. But our leader here has made the dire mistake of failing to sleep with me so far, and it's a mistake I have been aching to correct. Oh, so eager. You're delicious.
Charming. For being a friend who helped Amira, we will charge a little less. Let's go. This is thrilling.
New guy in trouble.
You have the key to my heart.
Here we go. What's up for discussion?
Sorry, love. I'm a bit frazzled right now. Look, you didn't sign a treaty permitting you to march a warband through my lands. You paid for sex.
Blade at the ready.
There's no time to waste. No time to waste.
Let's move. At the ready. Better not be cursed.
Quite the merry little party we have assembled here. Shall we? I hope you're not afraid of the dark, my darling. I must snuff out the lights before we begin. It's all part of the experience. The room is bathed in total darkness, so there is nothing to distract from your ecstasy.
The lady, Nim, moves your hand to where the clasps of her blouse lie.
All right, sweethearts. You dare to dance with a professional. You'll get your desire.
His skin is like lustered pearls, almost translucent and so delicately smooth.
He's so perfect. It could move even the toughest soul to tears.
It's so easy to see why that body alone ruined so many lives.
You haven't earned the right to stare at me like that. I can't help myself. You look so delicious.
For this, I feel we should be paying you.
Astarion lavishes attentions on everyone present with flawless technique, unfazed. It's all pure instinct, but when you meet his eye for a moment, there's a look about him that reveals he's a million realms away.
Give me a moment, for pity's sake. You've exhausted me already.
We recover quickly, but not that quickly. Even in the best of times, it's an oasis of pleasure and calm. In the city's chaos, with Baldur's Gate preparing for war, the caress feels like the final flicker of a beautiful flame before darkness falls.
Should I be surprised that the key to freeing this Gith prince is a hammer? It's as subtle and elegant as everything the Gith do.
Give me a moment, for pity's sake. You've exhausted me already.
We recover quickly, but not that quickly.
Keep your distance, darling.
Unthinkable. To see my own father named Gortash, the sole ruler of Baldur's Gate. Please, we need to speak with him. Maybe he can see reason.
Never wanted the easy path.
Such a prude.
Birthday boy's just nervous, but don't worry.
Here goes nothing.
Crackle at the edge of your consciousness. The Emperor has been silenced once more.
Here we are again. Have you reconsidered? Would you like to hear what I'm offering? The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now. Isn't it just? And it's even more convenient that you can give me exactly what I want in return. I want the crown that dominates the Elder Brain. Power, ancient and full of wonder. I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard CARESS created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting, and CARESS was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it a god. Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. CARESS's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme. Me. Oh, I'm sorry, you were serious? The crown has laid low all who attempt to harness its power. Arch-wizards, emperors, gods. It would tear you apart. You're too kind and extremely insightful. With the crown, I would impose perfect order, unity, efficiency, control. My kingdom would control its borders and stay within them. It was stolen from right under my nose all those centuries ago. The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged. But only for a decade or so. Then I waited, ever watching for more than 1,000 years, for a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen, who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor. They brought the crown back into play. Yes, it does. Especially when I see what a bloody mess they've made of their whole scheme. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. Impressive, I must admit. But they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. But it seems rather angry. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's deal and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of CARESS to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
I won't stop you. But time is running out. So don't stay away for long. If you see reason, I'll be here, waiting. Right up to the moment the world ends.
On my way. What's in here? Hardly a challenge.
Still breathing, despite everything. On my way.
Killed a few giant bats in my day as Star Eden, but never hunted a vampire.
Just to remind you, I'm merely a spawn. It won't count. But if you want a true vampire, I'm happy to recommend one.
Such a be better off sleeping in the gutter than that den of iniquity. Let's rehearse this one more time. Pretend I'm a fist and tell.
So, no deal with Raphael. I wouldn't want to give him the satisfaction anyway.
You made a good decision refusing that devil's contract. We'll speak more on this later, but suffice it to say for now, that crown is vital to our purpose here.
Keeping very well, I hope?
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
There is no deal with the devil that I would willingly partake in. Declining Raphael showed great wisdom.
Raphael thought he could outsmart us. But there are other ways to get the Orphic Hammer. Guaranteed. We know he keeps it in the House of Hope. If we can find a Diabolist, they could help us make our way in. Mind flayers are like devils. They just sport tentacles rather than wings. Clever, manipulative, exploitative. The Emperor says he's a friend. I think we'd be fools to believe him. And maybe it's true. Maybe Stelmane allied with a mind flayer and subjected the city to their political will. Or maybe he made an offer she couldn't refuse. I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the Flaming Fist's honor. One look and I was smitten. Chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds, as she floated from one room to the next as if carried by clouds. The second time, Stelmane was different. Even with the aid of a cane, each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim? I asked Father later. No, he said. A stroke survivor.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
Something's always gnawed at me. At the banquet, Stelmane didn't seem to look at us, but through us. But that second time, her gaze never left me. It was steel, sharp and unyielding. It could just be my imagination, but I always felt that it was more than a stroke that had changed her. What, though? I couldn't say. Nonsense. Stelmane was no less worthy of life or success because she was disabled. Her death is no blessing. It is a calculated cruelty. Think about it. My father was Tadpole. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and the council's in disarray. To exert control, you must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy, as father would say. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it.
I expected Baldur's Gate to be insipid, stale, wholly without merit. But it's got a vicious bite to it. Delightful. Voss has done his duty. Now, we will do ours. We must find our way to the House of Hope and take the Orphic Hammer. When we next enter the Astral Prism, we will use the hammer to break Orpheus free. Vlaakith's left hand and her right. Commander of all dragons, chosen of the Queen Regent. Not since Vlaakith I has a Bart to Vlaakith been anointed. Another empty promise. Only a naive fool would believe otherwise. The kind of fool I was not so long ago.
Useful as the hammer would have been, I'm relieved we're not in the devil's debt. Once his kind has you under their thumb, they won't ever let you go.
Raphael must be raging we didn't take his deal. Luckily, his desperation made him careless. Did you hear what he said? The hammer's in his house of hope. If we wanted, we could steal it right out from under his nose. Granted, it wouldn't be easy. Devils guard their treasure by especially lethal means. Maybe not. I wouldn't exactly relish heading into a devil's lair looking for it. But if you think it'll help us stop the Netherbrain, I'll do anything. We would need to find a diabolist. One worth their salt should be able to get us into that devil's lair. One last trip to Avernus. At least it'd be for a good reason, right?
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
Here we go.
I brought my own paring knife.
Must claim the crown of CARESS for ourselves, before anyone else does. How can I help?
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him? Yeah. Fucker always had expensive taste. I don't know how anyone in this hall could fall for this charade. Isn't it obvious what a chancer he is? I guess I didn't notice till it was too late either. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
So, the devil himself is pursuing the crown. As for whether it's truly the crown CARESS forged, well, I think it's safe to assume we shouldn't take anything Raphael utters at face value. We must claim the crown of CARESS for ourselves, before anyone else does.